Hey there, so I've traveled to over 60 countries and I've been reviewing bags and slings full time for over 7 years. And if there's one thing I never hit the road without, it is a sling. If there's not a sling on the front of my chest while I'm at an airport or on the train or traveling a new country, I feel like weird. So I've been testing the world's best travel slings, and in this video, I'm gonna show you what my top picks are. In this video, I'm gonna tell you kind of like the essence of each sling because they're all awesome. They just kind of vary in their own ways. So I'm gonna try and give you some unique selling points so you can easily find the one that best suits your needs. Each sling that we're reviewing here also has its own full-length review, which you can find linked in the description below. And you're definitely gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video, because if you're a little overwhelmed, you're not quite sure which one's the best for you, I'll give you my top 2 picks. And a special shout out to Unbound Merino for partnering with us on this video. More about them and their incredible travel hoodie, I'm wearing it right now, in just a sec. Now, before we jump into the actual picks, I wanna give you some buyer's guide tips. These are really important things for you to keep in mind while you try and kind of find your travel sling soulmate. First of which is, what are you planning to do with the sling? For me, I use the sling in both the airport, so I'm 1.5 bag traveling, I got my backpack on my back, sling in the front, but I also use the sling as my day pack when I actually get to the destination. So for me, I kind of need it to be quite versatile in that. And all these picks are versatile, but the sizing is gonna be really important in terms of how versatile it actually is. And it's gonna greatly depend on how much stuff you wanna carry. For instance, the Able Carry Core sling right here, this is gonna feel so light and low key, and you can actually put it under a jacket or a sweater as well, but you're obviously not gonna fit as much stuff. Alpaka Flow Satchel, on the other hand, this is gonna fit, a ton, and give you a lot more organization and versatility there, but also it's gonna be big and clunky and heavy and just kind of annoying to carry around. For me, I'm usually going kind of in the middle, around 2 to 3 liters, but in this video, we're gonna show you the whole range in case you don't need as much space or you do carry a lot more gear. Another thing I want you to pay attention to is really just the aesthetic, because like I said, all these are world-renowned slings. So the easiest way to kind of get things rolling is just find one that you vibe with aesthetically. When you see one, you're like, whoa, I like that one. Then explore more, because whatever you like is probably gonna be in line with your vibe. For me, I'm a bit more into urban aesthetics, like this Aer Day Sling 4, something sleek and kind of businessy. But if you're the outdoorsy hiking type, you might just be drawn to the Peak Design Outdoor Sling, because I would love to go on a hike with this sling, but this one, not so much. And the last thing I think to take into consideration is just making sure that your sling doesn't attract too much attention. Right, we're not looking for stylish slings for at home. We're looking for travel slings. And as travelers, we're heading to new countries and unknown territories. And as a tourist, it's just better to wear something like the Rework Toshi, a sling that is a functional masterpiece, but that really stays under the radar, versus something that's gonna be really loud and attract a lot of attention. So these are all just really important things to keep in mind as you're evaluating all the options we're bringing to the table in this video. And what's interesting is a lot of the things that make a sling great for travel also makes clothes great for travel. Like this absolutely freaking perfect travel hoodie from Unbound Merino. If you don't know Unbound Merino, they are the cream of the crop when it comes to travel clothes. As the name suggests, all of their clothes are made from merino wool, a high quality fabric that is moisture wicking, dries super fast, and has bacteria fighting properties. And that last one's really important because you're going to new territories and maybe you're sweating a bit and getting a little stinky. And these hoodies help to fight that so much. I was just in Malaysia and Vietnam with this hoodie, actually the black version. And I was able to wear it for 2 weeks, didn't have to wash it once. And the cherry on top is just how comfortable it is and how good it looks. So I like to look fly when I get to my destination. Low key, but fly. And I absolutely love the internal pockets on these hoodies on both sides, which is the ideal location for your passport, boarding pass, and/or wallet. We are extremely picky about who we work with here at Nomads Nation. I really only give shout outs to brands that I actually use, and Unbound Merino is my go-to for every single trip, especially their travel hoodie. Unbound has given the Nomads Nation community a special discount for first-time buyers. So if you want to learn more about Unbound and grab that discount code, be sure to do so with the pinned comment below. Okay, all right. Let's talk slings. We're gonna start with the little guys and move our way up to the big guys, starting with the Able Carry Core. Able Carry is a Hong Kong company known for making gear that's very, very high quality. and sort of that middle ground between urban and tactical. Now this is the mini, which comes in a very adorable circular shape. Love this quick access, stretchy front pocket, and the high quality fabrics that give you a little bit of organization in the main compartment. The shoulder strap is detachable, which means that the sling can double up as a tech pouch. And ultimately, it's just a great travel sling if you're looking for simplicity, but also a sense of premiumness. Like I said, able carry bags aren't cheap, but they are covered by a lifetime warranty. The core sling comes in 2 sizes. This is the 1.5 liter, but there's also a 2.5 liter. It currently comes in 4 color options, and it runs around 120 USD depending on size and materials. Remember, we have full, in-depth reviews for all the bags we're gonna cover in this video, so to learn more about it, be sure to check the description below. Next up, we got the Tomtoc Sling Bean. And this is a great pick for you if you kind of like that, I don't know, cuter circular shape, but you're on a bit more of a budget. You can see the sling bean has a very nice shape, and we do also have a front stash pocket and the main compartment, but you also get a hidden back pocket. Now, most slings we're going to discuss in this video have that hidden back pocket. The reason being it's an absolute godsend when you're traveling, as it's the perfect spot for your boarding pass, passport, and/or wallet, and it's nice and secure against your body. I really love this soft, crinkly nylon they're using. Now you do have a shoulder strap buckle, but it doesn't detach fully, which could be a deal breaker for some people. But the price is definitely not gonna be a deal breaker. Tomtoc makes some of the highest quality gear at the most accessible price points I've ever seen. This bag currently comes in 6 color options, and it only runs around 33 USD, which is just an absolute steal. If you want to learn more about the Sling Bean, full review, link below. Next up, Aer Day Sling 4, which is a great pick if you like organization, high quality materials, and a bit of a low-key tech aesthetic. Aer's a San Fran brand. Their bags are stunning. You got a quick access front pocket with a divider right here. This will be a little controversial, but if you're on the more organized side and you have smaller bits of gear, I like it. I dig it. A beautiful main compartment with 1, 2, 3, 4 different pockets, and also a hidden back pocket. Love that this sling has a hanging loop on it. Really nice when you're traveling. You know, you use that foreign toilet that has seen better days, and you just want to hang your sling or your bag up. It's gonna be a lifesaver during those situations. And it's also a smaller sling that offers a nice amount of comfort with the harness system. You can see the shoulder strap is 1.5 inches in width, which means if you are carrying a lot of heavier gear, and especially tech stuff, it'll just make it a little bit more comfortable of a carrying experience. Right now, the Aer Day Sling 4 comes in 5 different color and/or fabric options. It comes in 2 sizes, and it runs around 80 to 135 USD, depending on the size and/or materials you get. There's sort of like an unspoken rule in this community of bag nerds that I belong to. We're called the carry community. And that unspoken rule is when in doubt, just go with Aer. They're just so good at what they do. So if you dig the vibe and you like the feature set and you want to learn more, be sure to check our full review, link below. Next up, Alpaka Flight Sling 2 liter. Alpaka makes great gear, but I think their expertise might be slings. And this flight sling, I think, is my favorite sling by them. I love this thing, especially to travel with. It's got a really malleable structure to it, which is like my favorite. It just makes it lighter. You can pack more in the actual sling. Quick access pocket in the front. A very simple main compartment. You only have a divider here. And for the back compartment, it's a stash pocket, which on the pro side, super fast access, but on the con side, no zipper and/or magnet there. Might just leave some wanting a bit more security, especially if this is where your passport, boarding pass, and wallet are going. You can detach the shoulder straps, making it a great tech pouch. And it's a sling that has a shape that is very versatile. And what I mean by that is you can actually kind of wear it in messenger mode as well. Some of these are just crossbodies, but with this sort of shape, you see it's sort of like a tiny messenger shrunk down. And the shape actually gives it some carrying versatility. A lot of slings can only be worn on the front or the back. They're true, legitimate crossbodies. But this, as you can see, can be worn on the front, but also can rock it on the side as well. Pop off the shoulder strap, turn it into a tech pouch. It is a very versatile sling. Now, if you like options, Alpaka's got your back. The flight sling comes in 2 sizes and 9 different color and fabric options. And Alpaka's pricing, it's always pretty reasonable. The flight sling runs around 45 to 65 USD. Full review, link below. Next up, we got the Orbitkey travel sling. Orbitkey is known for making gear that helps you keep organized, especially in your work life. And when they made a sling, I was like, we'll see how they do, but like, it actually really impressed me. They brought some innovation to the table, but I think this sling is a very easy pick for some people, and that's gonna be people who like lots and lots and lots of pockets. You can see right here in the main compartment, we have 9 different slots, pockets, and sleeves. Obviously, being a smaller sling, you're not gonna be able to fit large bits of gear in here, but if you want to organize all your small tech stuff, this is a really great option. No quick access front pocket, but we do have the hidden back pocket. The top handle was a nice addition. It's a surprising thing that a lot of sling bags leave out. And that top handle is especially nice when you detach the shoulder straps and then going into tech pouch mode. This handle is just really nice because if the tech pouch is at the bottom of your bag, it makes it easier to grab. Again, little touch, but it goes a long way. And also, I do like the gusseted opening. Just gives you a little bit more control when you're getting into the main compartment. Overall, it is a very nice sling. Currently comes in 4 color options and it runs around 90 USD. Full review, you know where to find it. Next up, we got the Evergoods Civic Access Sling 2 liter. Evergoods is from Bozeman, Montana, and they are known for their signature crossover aesthetic. That crossover being, yo, I can wear this on the trail, but also if I gotta sneak into a business meeting real fast, like no one's gonna complain. I'll look okay there as well. And having reviewed dozens of Evergoods bags, they could be one of the best bag brands on the planet. This is a great pick for you if you obviously like the aesthetic, you're just drawn to the vibe, but also you're looking for a sling that can double up as a killer fanny pack. Sorry to my UK friends, I know it's a naughty word. And that's a really unique selling point because not a lot of these slings can be worn around the waist. Like the last one we were talking about, the Alpaka flight sling, like see how the harness system comes in? It's coming in at an angle to be a great crossbody. But this shape will not work very well around your waist. This shape is designed to do that. And that doesn't mean you're gonna have some compromises when being worn in crossbody mode, but not really a lot, because Evergoods, they're wizards. You got a big old main compartment with a bit of organization. And what's nice about this main compartment is you can actually fit a small water bottle in here as well. And then no back pocket, but we have this top kind of back pocket where you can see you get some organization, great for your wallet, boarding pass, passport, and some other documents in here. And the harness system is very comfortable. We've also got a very cozy harness system. This strap is 1.5 inches in width. And look how these straps point out, right? They point this way. That's why it's such a good waist pack. But also because of these wings right here, it just flows with the body very well in the chest as well. It's 2 liters capacity. It currently comes in 2 color options. The tan is out of stock. Evergoods is always doing like limited edition though, so it might come back at some point. Fingers crossed. And it runs around 100 USD. Full review, link below. Next up, we got the Tomtoc T35. Yes, our second Tomtoc on this list. Reason being is like, we get a lot of, we get some crap sometimes. People are saying, yo, you review too many expensive brands. I'm not trying to drop 120 bucks on a sling, bro. And if that sounds like you, then you're just gonna love Tomtoc. So that's why we had to include them twice. This sling is interesting. I think it's a great sling if you find the shape to be functional. Because it's kind of like an American football, the shape. It's very long, but that length gives you the ability to pack large water bottles that you would not be able to pack on any other slings. And that extends past water bottles, umbrellas, jackets, right? It's just a sling that's gonna look a little goofy, maybe on your chest, but you're getting a lot of functional value because of that shape. Quick access front pocket with a bit of internal organization, minimalist main compartment. I gotta say too, if you're looking for a travel sling with these brands, they're offering a lot of different fabric options, and that applies to the internals as well. Try and find something that's got a bit of a brighter interior. This is really helpful, especially on those dark flights, or if it's just nighttime when you're trying to check into your hotel. This creates a bit of a highlight effect, which makes it easier to find what you put where in your bag. And then also, back pocket, got a monster one. Because of the strap orientation, this would also double up as a waist pack fairly well. And the X-Pac fabric and PU coated zipper are going to provide you a ton of extra weather resistance. And right now it only comes in X-Pac, so this also could be just a great sling in general if you're traveling somewhere that's a little bit on the rainier side and you just want that extra weather protection. It currently comes in 6 color options, 3 different sizes, and runs around 60 to 75 USD. Full review, link below. Now for these next slings, we're gonna start with Peak Design. We're getting into bigger territory. And this is the Peak Design outdoor sling. And this is when we start getting like having a small backpack, but just with a single strap. But I love this collection from Peak Design, I'm not gonna lie. And I gotta admit, while Peak Design is one of the best bag brands in the world, I'm a little hot or cold on their stuff, but I'll admit, I'm hot on this sling, baby. This sling is awesome. I love its malleable structure. Again, just allows you to pack more stuff. But you also got tons of features. You got the removable shoulder strap, a very well padded shoulder strap. This is the first sling that we're reviewing that has this, which, you know, we're getting into bigger territory. So if you are carrying heavier gear, especially, you know, water bottle and tech stuff, like this is going to be a godsend. Very, very helpful. Got a little sneaky back pocket that closes via magnet in the back, big old front pocket, a well-organized main compartment, and some other sneaky features where you have external carry on the bottom and a bit of padding and cushioning on the back panel. And as the name suggests, it's just great if you live a bit more of an outdoorsy lifestyle, because I think this is just a great sling when you're on your flight and when you're traveling around a new city. But as the name suggests, it definitely thrives on the trail. So it can kind of do the best of both worlds. Currently comes in 3 sizes. This is the 7-liter. You got 4 different color options, but got this purple colored slaps. And it runs around 60 to 90 USD. Full reviews, link below. Next up, we got the Rework Toshi Sling 2.0, which could be the most popular travel sling in the carry community right now. And there's a good reason why. Number 1, the sling's just awesome. But number 2, a lot of people in the carry community like organization and features and versatility, and that's everything this sling gives you. We've got a removable and well-padded shoulder strap. We got a quick access front pocket with 2 smaller pockets. A quick access top pocket, great for your shades. An enormous main compartment and the back pocket. So that's actually 4 compartments total for this sling. But here's where things get very cool. Rework included an external lash point carry system on their bags. And what that means is you can clip these into place and stow at the bottom of your sling your water bottle or your umbrella or maybe your jacket. It can be a little tedious to get working sometimes, but once it's in, it's locked in. And it's just so well executed and is one of the biggest reasons why this sling is so popular. Oh, also, you have different lash points throughout the bag that you can connect the shoulder strap to, therefore configuring the sling to however you want it to be worn. Overall, this sling's a pretty easy pick. If you're looking for features and you're looking for organization, Rework's gonna be hard to beat. Currently comes in 3 sizes. This is the 6-liter, and it runs around 80 to 110 USD. Full review down there. Next up, we got the Bellroy Venture Sling. Bellroy is one of the most, I think, important bag brands in the world right now. They're innovative, they're kind of quirky, and they just make some really great gear. Their slings especially. And this Venture Sling was my go-to for a long time. Got the front pocket. I quite like the opening system for the main compartment. It's different. You got 1 zipper on each side, and then when you pop this bad boy open, you can see you've got this huge access point. Do you see how this opens? I don't care if it's EDC or travel or really anything, just like having that access and having that view down on your sling when you're wearing it, very, very awesome. The shoulder strap is very easily detachable, and because of the shape, it works really well as a tech pouch as well. There's a little bit of structure in this sling, which helps keep it looking very nice. I actually think one huge selling point for Bellroy products in general is that their bags look nice without being too over the top. This one's a little funky. I don't think they use this exact material anymore, but Bellroy is just a brand that's always innovating, whether it's on zipper openings to the main compartment or if it's fabric selection, so they'll always have something new and interesting on the table. Currently comes in 2 sizes and 5 different color options, and it runs around 90 to 150 USD. Last up is the Alpaka Flight Satchel. Yes, our 2nd submission from Alpaka on this list. And yeah, is it really a sling? I don't know. Where does a sling end and a satchel begin? Just the existential carry questions that keep me up at night. But if you're looking for something big, this satchel's got it going on. A little curvature for this front pocket and a gusset to help you organize your small bits of gear. Access to the main compartment is a little limited, but there's a lot of space in there. And because of its size and the extra space you're getting in that main compartment, this is one of the few slings or satchels on this list that can actually carry a laptop up to a 13-inch MacBook Pro. And look too, you can see you've got a luggage pass-through here as well. Smaller slings, you don't need that. But when you're getting into bigger territory, you can fit more stuff and you're just gonna get like different feature sets. This is where we start like getting into satchel and messenger territory, where you'll have the ability to carry it more in messenger mode. You'll have more space. You can fit your laptop. You've got a great luggage pass-through holder. You can carry water bottles on the side of the bag. You see where this is going? So we threw this in there because, like I said, it's kind of in sling territory-ish, but also maybe you might be a bit more inclined to want more space and you might be more in the market for a messenger. If so, you'll definitely want to check out our full review of the Alpaka Flight Satchel. And I will link our most recent best messengers roundup in the description below as well, just so you have a good idea of what options are on the market. The Flight Satchel currently comes in 2 colors, and it runs 120 USD. Okay, if you're still here, you might be a little bit overwhelmed by all the options. So let me get a little bit more opinionated and tell you what I personally look for when I'm looking for a flight sling and what my top picks are. Personally, I like a sling that's more muted and low key. Like I said, I want to attract any attention to myself. 3 compartment minimum, 1 in the front, 1 in the middle, and that needed back compartment. This is where the passport and boarding pass goes when I'm on my flight, and this is where my wallet goes when I'm actually using this as my day bag at my destination. A removable shoulder strap, a well-colored highlight material inside the bag. And I also like a little bit of sneaky theft resistance as well. Like these right here, these little nylon loops, just to help stop the zipper. Just in case, you know, any thief was feeling a little ambitious that day. The goal isn't to stop the thief, but just to make your bag less stealable than the guy next to you, right? And I've learned that little features like that can go a long way when you're traveling. Now, I personally couldn't find a sling that checked all of those boxes, so I did the perfectly sane and rational thing. I made my own. That's right, after reviewing hundreds of bags here in Nomads Nation, I decided to actually make my own bag brand. We launched a few years ago and we're called Fyro. And this is our Sitta Sling. It comes in 2 sizes, a 1 liter and a 3 liter. And I just designed it to be the ultimate sidekick, taken from my experience of testing and reviewing hundreds of slings before it. So if you want to learn more about the Fyro Sitta Sling, you can do so by going to fyro.co or with the second link in the description. But let's say you are still not sure, let me give you my 2 top options. First one, Alpaka Flight Sling. This is probably gonna be a bit more my go-to. It's light, it's malleable, it's simple, it's not too big, there's not too many features that I'm not gonna use. It just freaking works. I've traveled to Korea with this sling. I think I traveled to Japan with it as well, and it's just served me well every single time. But my second recommendation is going to be on the flip side of that. If you want something that's a little bit more feature heavy, you want something that has more pockets and more organization, then I'm definitely gonna recommend the Rework Toshi Sling V2. You got 4 big compartments here, chunky shoulder strap, all the versatility for how you can carry it. And I'm not gonna lie, like those external lash points in the bottom, they're awesome. You really can't go wrong with either sling. It's just about finding the best bag that suits your needs. And to learn more about these 2 bags, you can do so by watching these videos right here. If you got any questions about any slings, any bags in general, be sure to let me know in the comments below. A special shout out again to Unbound Merino for partnering with us on this video. Thanks to them for their amazing travel clothes and especially their hoodie. You can learn more about them with the pinned comment below. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you guys next time.